Okay, that is something weird is going on with my system. And good evening and happy Sunday to everybody. Welcome to DeWitt3D. Hopefully I am live and have everything going. I wasn't going to stream initially tonight because I had my studio all torn apart, putting some new equipment, new gear in, and we didn't get it finished yesterday due to a sickness in the family. We have Maria and Ethan are a little bit ill, and I'm getting, the sound is odd. Yeah, I'm hoping the sound is fixed now that I've taken off that intro. Mic sounding clip distorted, weird. Okay, there we go. Let me turn that gain down a little bit. That might be a little bit better there. Sorry, I hooked everything up in a hurry today to get everything going there. I turned the audio down a bit there. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let me take one aspect out of the picture and see if that improves a little bit. Hopefully that's working. Mic is peaking. Okay, I turned the mic down. Hopefully that's not peaking anymore. Better. Okay, good. I probably bumped the volume on my mixer, which is why I was peaking in the red, and now I'm not peaking. So good, good, good. That's what I get for throwing everything together at the last second and then deciding to stream. So, which I'm glad I did. So let's say hi to who's here. Non-Fam is here. Andrew Osmond is here. Stephen Machado is here. Hello. And Stephen, I promise I'm not beating up on the frame anymore. DJ Natty is here. Hammer time. Yes. KB3D, first time watcher. Thank you so much, KB, for watching. And Scott Corn, welcome. Thank you. We've got DJ Natty already. Everybody else, I've already said hello. You're busy packing BF orders for all the crazy kids. No kidding. Jeff Thurston is here. Eclipse 3D is here. Good evening. We have VRich 3733. Zexelter is here. Leo is here. Oh, welcome. And Ray Millard is here. And Wow, everybody, Jeff Thorson, Murray Webster is here, says the sound is much better. Good, yeah, it was peaking for sure. So Bigger Fish is here, non-fam, of course, James L. and Teza, hello, first watcher too. Thank you everybody for being a first watcher. And if you are new here, go ahead down. Oh, actually it's over here now, that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. If you don't, that's okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down, either one. I can't do them both at the same time. It's like rubbing your belly and papping your head. Lithios popped over from Steve. Thank you so much. And thank you, Steve, if you're here and listening, for mentioning my channel on your stream. I appreciate that. I'm not nearly at the point where you guys are with the Voron builds, but we're getting there. And we have one right here, which is the Trident, which is the, we're calling this a very colorful build. I'll just give you guys a peek at what we've done so far. For those of you that are new on the channel, we are building a multicolor, very bright multicolored Trident, 250 millimeter here. And I just decided, let's just go ahead and go crazy with the colors because. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I got some more bright colors going. We're using, I think, 7 filament colors on this. So it's going to be different. Hey, PF Dennis, hello. And DJ Duff, hello. So hello, everybody. And if I miss you, Crapstar and everybody, if I miss you guys and coming on, I will try and catch back up to you. But yeah, so we got a really colorful build going on here, and we're going to add some more color tonight. And I'm, yeah. So as I say, Jose, welcome, Jose. Thank you very much for popping in again. Hello again. I said hello to you on Steve's stream. So we're dealing with some sickos. Poor Ethan, he's not going to be able to make it down tonight to do is hit that like button and subscribe. He's been running a fever on and off for the last 4 or 5 days, and he's got the fever again right now. We're hoping it's going to break again tonight. But anybody with kids out there, if you've got a child, if you have a kid that's sick and he's running a fever, it's 12-hour waits at the hospitals. It's ridiculous here. What are you guys doing for your kids that are running fevers and stuff? How are you getting them to break and stay broken? They seem to break during the day, and then it seems to pick up at night. So anyways, yeah, the flu is going around everywhere. It's crazy. Then there's this other one that's hitting kids and schools and stuff. It's ridiculous, but it's sad because, you know, you hate to see your little ones suffer. So Logan, good evening. Hayes Hoonigan, yes, just picked up an LDO 1 kit this weekend. Oh, that's going to be good. The 01 was my first Voron build, and I did pick up the LDO kit. The LDO kit is great. So I've built 2 of the 0.1s. From what I've heard from the community, they're one of the harder builds to do. So we did 2 01s, and then we did this 2.4 here. You're following my face again, camera, and I turned you off. There we go. And so we did the 2 01s. We did the 2.4 here. Let me throw the light on that so you can kind of see. It actually looks kind of cool when that is lit up in the background behind here. So I'm just going to throw the case light on there. There we go. Yeah, so and then we built that guy, and we just finished actually a nice colorful Phoenix bird print on there using rainbow filament. So anyways, we are here tonight to talk about 3D Medic Vince. Hello, good evening. You get your kid Tamiflu. I've not heard of that. I wonder if that's an American thing. Tamiflu. I'll make a note of that. We'll take any advice from anybody who's got kids that what's helped, but I'm going to look up Tamiflu. Let me make a note of that. See if that's something that's available here. I had to drive a half hour out of the city last night just to get a prescription for them because they're all out of some of the prescription medications at the pharmacies here. It's sad. It's crazy. So yeah, a shortage of over-the-counter and prescription stuff. So what do you do? 12 hours in the ER and did not get out until 2 in the morning. That's crazy, Jeff. I hope you're doing better. Robitussin. Hey, Joe Velasco, welcome. Okay, well, let's move on. I'll try and keep up with as much of the chat as I can. Jokernut, hello, while I'm building here, and see what we can get done. So last weekend we left off for fever use children's Tylenol, and we're trying it again. It's one of those things that's nearly impossible to get here. But we do have. He's been alternating. I had a friend in the U.S. send me up some Tylenol and some ibuprofen because we can't get it here. So hopefully they're going to be. Yeah, your wife just got back with no luck trying to find some stuff for her friends out in the East Coast. It's crazy everywhere. So anyway, so we left off with the bed frame. We got this part done on the bed frame, and as far as on the instruction screen where we left off is right. Oops, that's the Voron display. Where is my document? Right there. We left off kind of at this point right here, where we finished attaching the anchor points to the bed frame here. So we're going to continue from that point on. So I am going to go to my quad screen here, and hopefully everybody gets a good view of everything here of what we're doing. And I will move my main camera down to this view here, so we can get kind of pretty much every angle on this thing that we can. I'm going to move these guys out of the way for now. These are all the other colorful printed parts. There we go. And we're going to need some M5 by 16 screws, which I happen to have handy right here. So anybody new here, subscription is great. It's free. Hit that like button if you like me. Even if you hit the thumbs down button, that's great too. So we're going to do our best to force you to hit that like button by the end of the night. So there we go. Okay, so we have to put this so it is basically facing down. These M5s are going to go through these wobbly bearings. I call them wobbly bearings because they wobble a bit. So this is going to go on here and on here, kind of resting just like that. And we are going to need, I should lower these. I wonder if I'm going to actually lower these down a little bit. So it's going to be easier to get the hex keys in here. There we go. So we're not so close up to those other points here. Okay, that should be good right about there. Okay. So we'll get the M5s in here. I don't think there's nuts. No, I'm going to need some M5 nuts for underneath there. They called for M5 nuts under there, but they kept falling out. So now is going to be the time for me to get those nuts. Yeah. Let me find those guys. M5. Nope. 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 So we got some fresh snow today, which I don't like. My goodness. I'll take the cold over the snow any day. I don't seem to have M5 nuts in here. Let me make sure for sure, though. Let me go back up a little bit. I'm pretty sure that those parts were to have M5 nuts inserted. Just backing up a little bit here. I think I'm going back a little too far. This one's going to come down a little bit more. Okay. But yeah, I definitely need... Okay. We'll go back. Yeah, because those M5s have got to screw into something. So I need to find my hardware box. And there should be some M5s in here. I think they shrugged and said, "Who's this kid?" Huh. Wow. Crapstar had not subscribed. It's fixed now. Well, good. Thank you. Can I lower the gain a tad more? Yes. There, we've lowered that down a bit more. Let me know if that's okay. Might be a little lower there. There we go. So let me know if that's okay. The microphone's kind of right here. You can kind of see it where I am. So slightly loosen the bolts that hold the bed frame to the printed parts and generally shake the bed frame before retightening them. Okay, so I do have to find those M5 nuts. It's interesting that I don't see them anywhere. But we must have some somewhere. So let's have a quick peek here. I generally try to get all the hardware I can out prior to the stream, so I'm not spending time on the stream searching for hardware. But as I say, this was a kind of a run around and get things ready to go type day. And why am I not finding any M5 nuts at all? And I don't think those things or are they self-tapping? Hang on. I could be chasing. No, they're not to be self-tapped. So I do need to find those nuts. Maybe some music. You heard so much big noise. Okay, well that was just me dropping a piece. There's some M5 nuts right there. I found them. And there happens to be 3 of them, and I happen to need 3 of them. There we go. Hammer time again. No, that was just a piece falling onto my little board down here, the Lazy Susan. I am not going to hammer the rails. There's a rumor going around that I hammered the rails. I didn't use a hammer, number one. I used a wrench and an Allen key. And number 2, I hammered the T-nut, not the rail, which happened to move the rail. I would never purposely damage a rail. And if I were to hammer a rail, which I never would, I'd put a cloth on it and I'd be gentle with it. Okay. Go through there, through the hole, and no, I'm gonna need my other 3mm here to get on that angle. Everyone has a cold. Everybody's sick. It's crazy. I'm going through a few different things. I have a lot of back pain going on, and I think it's a little bit of a flu, but it hasn't really knocked me dead yet. So I'm doing my best to fight my way through it. Okay, there's the one. Just a lot of pain for me. My head feels fine. My sinuses feel fine. I'm not sick, but it's just a lot of pain through the body. So there we go. Lots of stuff going around. And look at the absenteeisms from schools, right? It's hitting kids really hard. But then again, kids are germ magnets. It's a given fact. There's really nothing you can do about that. I am going to work on, I forget who said music there, but I am going to be working on getting music on my stream. So this one's going to come back a little bit. There's why we leave those other ones loose, because this is just a little too out of alignment. There we go. We're not quite gripping the nut. There it is. Yeah. Okay, so we got these 3 now. I'm just going to read the instructions here carefully. Loosen and retighten. Slightly loosen the bolts that hold the bed frame. Okay. To the printed parts, and gently shake the bed frame before retightening them. Okay, so we're going to snug these ones down then. These ones are okay to be snugged down. These 3. Then we're going to slightly loosen all of these guys. Okay, and 6 of them. And they were actually loose to begin with. We didn't snug them down because we were instructed to leave them loose. Now, gently shake the bed frame and retighten them. So we're going to gently shake the bed frame. Just make sure everything's lined up and retighten. That was gentle. I think that was gentle. Oh, look, I've got bots. Is there any moderators out there? The bots love me. Did somebody moderate them out already? Block. Somebody might have done that. There we go. Okay, and we will retighten these. Yeah, I've been getting bots for a while now. I think they just pick on whoever. You have advertisements for the flu vaccines on every bus station. Yeah, they're really pushing the flu vaccine. I got to get my flu vaccine yet. I got to admit I haven't got it yet. So, but I will get it. Okay, and this one. Okay, these guys are all tightened up, so we have a bed frame that is moving nicely. So this should be good. Okay, that part is done. Okay, and next screen. So we are going to M43 thumb bolts. I'm going to put the bed on. Now, somebody suggested not putting the bed on at this point, but I think I will, because we are going to be putting some switches and a few other things on the bed. And then I think what I need to do, okay, and this is where it's going to differ for the LDO portion. So I'm going to get the point where the bed is on. So let's get the bed up. Okay. So there's our bed. We don't need our build plate and our magnet quite yet. So we'll just put them aside over here. Put the bed on after wiring it all. Yeah, the bed and everything, the bed is all wired. So we have the bed all wired here. It came pre-wired just like this. The only wire I got to put on is the ground here. So I'm going to dig that ground one out, which is the which they're showing right here is the green and yellow. So I have not put that on yet, and I'm going to put that on right now. Where is my wiring? It is cable kit. It should be in this cable kit one here. So let's have a look. And it is right there. The bed PE wire. Bottom panel, well, let me have a look. It should be on before attaching the feet. Otherwise, you'll need to take them off. Oh, well, I'll have a look. I was following the instructions, and it did come to a point where it said to put the bottom panel on. So we'll have a look at that and see. See if they misled me or if I misread the instructions. So there's the wire right there that we need, which is the bed ground. Throw those back over here. And we will throw this guy kind of over here. I can give you guys a closer look on this one camera, what I'm doing here. I'll switch this camera over to this bottom camera, and I can switch back to this camera here. So we're just going to put the ground wire on the bed here. It's going to get heavy. Yeah, it's no big deal. We're on a Lazy Susan, and it just means it's going to get a little heavier for turning it over. Okay, so we'll put this through. It's not going to be as heavy as the 2.4 was, smaller bed size, so plus I need to get my exercise somewhere. Okay, get back in the hole. Why are you not threading? Which hole did you come out of? This one. There we are. So there's our bed ground. Okay, so if we go back, and let's just see now. So we need the M4 thumb bolts. M4 thumb bolts are going to be interesting. I think those are going to be in a different package than the standard hardware kit, because I did not see those. Let me double check this hardware kit. Not that one. Just looking through, and I just spilled my water. It's okay. Oh, I've got water everywhere. Oh. See, gravity in this basement here. Let me just go grab some wipes. I had a feeling that was going to happen, you know. I've actually never spilt my water on stream before. So there's a first time for everything. Cool. Okie dokie. Well, let's just get this really quickly wiped up here. Not a big deal. It's just water. Water mixed with electronics. Yeah. Makes for different kind of sparks, right? Okay, there we go. We are cleaned up enough. I think those are knurled nuts, but I need the specific kind for mounting the bed, and I am trying to find them. So they're calling for M4 thumb bolts. Did it get on the floor? Well, the water did hit the floor. Yeah, the water hit the floor. Okay. I don't see anything called M4 thumb bolts. Although, is the bed being... We have some M5 nuts in here, so I'm wondering if it's not just... So that doesn't make any sense. M316s. The water and... Pace you can get at the health food store. I saw that. Page 197 is the bottom. Let me just go back and double check that. 197, 160, 197. Yeah, and it shows it going on with the feet on. So there we go. So I'm okay to have the feet on right now. Yeah, we're okay with that. Anyways, meantime, I'm just looking for, and perhaps I'm M4 thumb bolts and M3x16 socket head cap screws. So M4 thumb bolts, I am not finding. I'm assuming those are a bolt that are going to screw into the M5s. Well, anyways, unless this bed is attaching in a different way, I am not seeing them. Okay, well, maybe it's these M4 knurled nuts. That's probably what we're looking for. So I think that's exactly what we're looking for. It's these knurled nuts that are going to go there and on here. So we just have to move these to where the bed's going to go. So that's what we're looking for sure. And then we're going to do some M316 socket head cap screws. M316s are here. That's okay. That's not quite what I was expecting here. So okay, because we have M5 bolts in here. So let's see. Let's go back a little bit here. We have an M3 in there, an M3 and an M3. Did I? Okay, I have done something wrong here. Okay, see, well, hey, I have to take this off. I have obviously done something because I'm showing M5s in here, not M3s. So I've got to pop this off and see what I did. Oh, great. I just dropped that nut on a dark carpet. Okay. Great. 2 of them. Anyways, we'll find those nuts in a minute. So, for some reason, I have these things. For some reason, I have mixed something up here. These are supposed to be M3 T-nuts in here. And they're M5s. And that's supposed to be an M3 and it's an M5. How the heck did I do that? I thought I was extremely careful with that. I'm just going to make sure everything else is the way it should be. M3's on the side there. M5's on the side there. Yep. Okay, I erred in this, so I've got to do a little bit of correction on this part here. So sorry about that. Well, yeah. So I've got to fix this up a little bit first. That was my bad. Then I got to find the 2 M5s that fell on the floor onto a dark carpet. Hey, Ricky B, how are you? Get a magnet. I've got a magnet. I want to see if these things are actually magnetic. Let me see. My little picker-upper got wet too. I wonder, are these ones magnetic bolts? They are. So let's just see real quick. Huh. We will have to look for these in a minute. I'll look for these in a minute. First, I'm gonna correct this. It's 3 of these. That is just super odd. Okay. Anyways, it is what it is. I have to remove these, and we'll just have to kind of repeat that part. That's supposed to be an M3. Dang. So there's a lesson. See, that's part of my streaming motto is I make the mistake so you don't. So let's pop that out. Pop this one out. Pop this one out. That third one is supposed to be an M3. There we go. Okay. And then that way. And that way. We'll get her done. Actually, a smart man would think, and I just thought, you'll find them by my feet. Of course I will. A smart man would think, and I just thought of the smart man thinking that he would just pop this one all the way out this side. That way I don't have to take this piece off. There we go. So now we can just slide an M3 all the way down here. And I don't have to take this end off. Look at that. See? I think the odd time, you know, so we'll slide this other one in. There we go. And then back to our M5s and M5s. Why create more work? There we go. So I'm going to get you on there. And you're going to go down there about there. Get this guy back on. Nightbot strikes again. Oh, what's he doing? Dark. You guys can play around with Nightbot if you want. It's It's actually kind of funny. I gotta figure out how to go in and basically tell him to chill, because I honestly don't remember when I set that up or if it just automatically came on with the stream. But anyways, we'll have to get on there one time and tell him just to chill a bit. So I'm not going to take this off. We're just going to loosen these because these need to be loosened off a little bit. And then I got to take this one off to get that M3 in there. So in the corner. You put the E-wrong chat. I don't know, Dennis. One more, he might ban you, you know. I don't know how fussy Nightbot is. I don't remember. I think he's an AI all on his own. I don't remember telling him any rules, so I think he's making the rules up as he goes. So let's see. I just got to keep an eye on my messages because okay. I told Maria, I said, let me know if anything goes on with Ethan with his fever or anything, and he need me to do anything, that you know what, his health takes priority over this stream, unfortunately, or fortunately, not unfortunately, but that is a fact. Child's health first. Okay. Just a minor setback here. There we go. What's it, a 10-minute delay? Okay. Something right about there. Okay, there we go. We got our M3s in place. Now, I got to get those nuts. So just give me 1 second. And, oh man, even my waterproof flashlight got wet, which is good. Okay, I'm just going to look for those nuts. Give me a second. I found there's one of them. And okay, well, okay, the second one evades me, but I should have another one lying around. So anyways, we got one of them. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on my hands and knees on a carpet, leaving everybody hanging on the stream. Okay. So put these back on, and I'll find another nut. If I don't have an M5 nut hanging around here somewhere, then shame on me. Oops, let's go back to the quad cam. There we go. And back here. There we go. Oh, see, oh man, this is crazy. Well, I just dropped another one. Okay, I need to find, I'm hoping that was the, I need to see if I have any more M5 nuts there. It's too dark down there for me to look. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I have more. That's 3 drops tonight already. 3 drops. Come on. Why? See, number one, I'm missing my initial 3 M5 nuts. Now there's no more in the backup. So I got to go to my other toolkit because I cannot see squat on this rug. I'm going to look once more. There's one of them. Got one of them. Okay, well, I got one of them. Back of my flashlight has a massively strong magnet on it. So I found one of them. Hello, Dan. How are you, bud? Welcome to the Gong Show, my friend. I keep dropping nuts. Now I need to find one more M5 nut. Let me just go to my other toolkit. See if I have one. I should. Ah. I don't know. Let's see. I think I do. Aha. I have another M5 nut. Thank goodness I keep a lot of tools in my toolkits. There we go. Okay, we found one. Now, if I could just find that last screw, we would be good. Okay, let's go back to where we were. Okay, there we go. So I need that M516. There it is right there. Okay. And I found my spare M5 nut. I actually have a kit that has a whole bunch of them in it. So you can never have too many nuts. You'd never find a drop nut with a magnet. I use stainless steel nuts and bolts. Oh, okay. This one I found with a magnet, fortunately. Okay, we're back on track. That's tightened, that's tightened. That was what, a 15-minute delay? That's all right. And that's good. So we've loosened all these 3 things, so we need to wiggle. We've got to loosen these off and do the bed wiggle again. And that's just to get all these things sitting in place. Been working on a printer for a coworker. Your sisters figure, well, you have it here. You need to print a larger file, so making use of the chest print, of course. Okay, we are wiggled. We are going to snug. Unless they're really good stainless steel pieces. Some things are stainless steel coated. And some stainless steel still has enough of of the Doomer collet, whatever thingy, magnetism and stuff in it, so that a magnet will pick it up. So, yeah, I agree with you, old curmudgeon. Okay, there we go. I think we're back to where we were when we discovered we didn't have M3 T-nuts in there, and we are back to where we were. So now the object is that the we are going to be putting M316s, which I have here, 3 of them, and they're going to go slide through these. They're going to slide through these little hole pieces here, these little thumb nuts. This thumb nut is acting as a spacer, an accurate spacer between the bed frame and the actual bed. So what I need to do is get the bed to the point where, or not get the bed, but I need to get the, let's see. This is going to come down this way. There's that 3rd hole there. Basically just need to get these T-nuts spaced properly. So let's see. So we're going through the 2 side ones and the back middle ones. So these 2 side ones here and the back middle ones. So we're going to just put this here so I can kind of eyeball where these T-nuts have got to slide to. Right about there, and they were almost in perfect position. Right about there. I'd rather have them a little farther out than too far in, because it's easier to push them in than it is to get under the bed and push them out. And then this one is going to go kind of that far out from that one. So this has got to slide up a little bit more. I think we're going to be good there. Okay, well, let's see if this works. I'm going to get the back one on first. You don't like the tiny stuff. It strips easier. Yeah. So get the back one on first. Let me pull the coating off this bed before I do anything. I don't need to put the magnet on yet, but I just want to get this off so I don't put the screws through it. Oh, that is a beautiful bed. Whew. Look at that beauty. Look at the finish of that. That thing's beautiful. Okay. Whoa, didn't hit the floor, doesn't count. I caught it. Okay, we're going to get an M3 screw through here. And we're going to get it through that. And we're going to line that up. So we got to do the other ones here as well. These 2 guys. Through here, onto here. And we gotta get that in, get in the hole. There you go. Get in this hole, you're in. And the front one is still in the hole. No, it's not. Ah. This is the fun part, right? There we go. Okay. Now let's see if we can find okay. Wrong one. This one. This guy. See if we can't find that T-nut underneath. That does not seem The over-under for drop parts tonight. Is this the right length? M3 by 16s, yes. And we're using M3 by 16s. It just doesn't seem long enough. M3 by 16s. Okay, well, I have a feeling that, oh, there it is. Oh, that's very little bite. Holy crap. No, that's not long enough. That is not going to be long enough. There's no way. Well, that's not long enough to bite that. Unless I'm missing something. It does say M3 by 16s. So if I pull that up, and if I push that screw right down, that is not going to be long enough. So M3 by 16s are not going to fit here. Let's see. So basically, where we're getting at, let's turn to 5. So what's happening is this M3 by 16 is going to go through the bed, which is countersunk. Then it's going to go through here, but it's only leaving out maybe that much thread there to bite onto those T-nuts, and it's not going to work. They're not standardized height. LDO says longer bed screws. Let me go to the LDO documentation, see if it has something different to do with the bed. We have the LDO documentation open right here. Let's go ahead and see. Rotating LED, there's the bed underneath. And they don't say anything about bed screws, but I think maybe their build plate is a little thicker. Yeah, nothing about the length of the bed screws. But obviously they got to be a little longer. So I'm going to see if we have any M3 by 20s or 18s and see. Because these definitely will not work. So I'm going to take these out, put these back. M3 by 20, it's in the build notes. Oh, is it? Okay. Build note frequently asked. I would think they would have put it straight on here somewhere. Pre-wired items, above deck wiring, no. Tools, build notes. Here we are. There we go. Okay. Ah. Okay, we've done all that. Page 158 M3, but yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay. Okie doke. And that's the thing. It's tricky. Well, not tricky, but I guess you got to know when to jump back and forth between the LDO instructions and the Voron instructions. So there's one case. So M3 by 20s, it is. M3 by 20s. There we are. LDO build plates are thicker. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I'm not going crazy. That's the main thing I need to know is I'm not going crazy. You know, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's going to feel better right there already. Okay. All right, I'll get that bottom camera back up here for you guys. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That snapped into place already. Okay, good. go. There's that one. Now let me get back. Let me get back to the instructions here and see if there's anything talking about tightening or not tightening them. Okay, so we don't say, it just says to use them, so I guess we can snug them down. Did we bite there? We did. And let's make sure we can get this one. This third one. Okay, interesting. This is, let's loosen this off. Make sure there's a lot of play here. There we go. And are we in the hole? We are in the hole. 1, 2, 3. And we are still able to easily move our 3 z-axes. Awesome. You think, oh, well, wherever it's requiring Loctite Jack Black, LDO has put Loctite on every piece that requires Loctite. Now, we'll see. I've heard different people say that about Loctiting everything, yada, yada, yada. I'm only using it where it's calling for it for now. Maybe I'll regret that later, but I hope not. Okay, so now we're going to be putting in the Z sensor, which took a drink of water too, but it should dry out no problem. Grab the Mrs. Nail Polish. M3x20s, the ones we just used, M3x20s again. I just used them. They should be right in front of me. Doop, 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 doop. I swear, M3x30. I swear it was right in front of me. I'm swearing too much. I'm staring at too many bags. I didn't drop them. Oh man. Okay, M3x20s. M325s, 30s. You do everything a few times. Frame, I didn't even use it on the frame. Is this another one where they've replaced them? Let me double check. Page 159, because I can't find. Oh, they're right in front of me. For goodness sake, right in front of me. 2 of them here. I'm looking at too many bags with M's on them. No, but that's going to be, yeah, I think this is going to need a longer. So page 159. And if I refer to the notes, right here, 159. Nothing about changing these to longer ones. Interesting. Because these will definitely not fit through here for the Z switch. So these are M3x20s. Which camera is this close-up one doing? Oh, this guy right here. These are M3x20s, and it doesn't even protrude out the other side. So these have got to be longer, but there's nothing in the notes about it. So we're going to need M3x30s, I think, for this. Yeah. Just scrub screws for the steppers, but you may be wrong. I did build them. Yeah. As I say, LDO does a great job of pre-coating the screws that need Loctite on them. M3x20s will not fit, guaranteed. So let's go to a 30 if we have it here. M3x30. The screws don't go through the printed part. There was no countersinking on the printed part. This is the LDO specific printed part. There's no countersinking. So, but if we put a 30 in here, that's actually going to be too long. Wow. That's going to be too long. So do we have any 25s? M3x25, we do. So a 25 is probably what we're going to need here. Yeah. And an M325, yeah, M325 is going to be perfect. So, but I didn't see anything in the Voron document or in the LDO documentation about that. But hey, if this works, it works. Okay. So this is going to be. Let's go back to camera 3. Oh, we're on the right cameras. So this is going to go right on here. Or actually this one right here. So this is going to go under here. This is the X or the Z end stop probe where the probe is going to hit. And so that's going to stick out here. So we need to move these T-nuts over. Let's drop some more screws while we're at it. Okay, let's get the one started. And sorry, I'm running all over the place here. Let me bring this other camera a little closer for you guys. Right up under here is where we're looking, right there. So I want to make sure these T-nuts are going to be spaced properly for me. There we go. Okay. There's the one. You rebuilt your 2.4 gantry to fix things a while ago. Lots of nuts and bolts were coming loose. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. After some more hours of printing on my 2.4, I'm going to go through and tighten everything. So must not touch the print bed. Adjust the position if required. Okay, well, we'll leave it about the same as I did on the 2.4. That probe height is perfect now. And on the 2.4, I had to actually grind this down. But this probe height right here is just perfect. So we'll just snug this into this position right here. That should work, and I shouldn't have to grind this one down because that is just about, that's about 1.5 millimeters above the bed surface right there. So yeah. Do I have any water left after my spill? Just a bit. Can't believe I spilled a whole cup of water. Oh well, no sense crying over spilled water. Okay, so we got the Z end stop in position. So on to the next page. And it's not touching the bed. Now we need to, here's where we got to go back over to the LDO manual, because we're looking at a couple different parts here than on the LDO manual. So let's go back over here and into Trident 250 wiring. And there should be something about the bed. So this is the part that's different right here, is this connector, okay, which we have right here. This guy right here. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Okay, and then that is going to go. So we want to work underneath. So I think what I'll do at this point, I think I will go ahead and turn this whole thing over so that I can access underneath the bed easier. So let's do that. Let's twist this over. Thought it was molasses. Your screws will thank you and stay in place. Yes, yeah, I know. And there's that whole debate over Loctite and where you want to put them. You know, I'll learn my lesson one way or the other. I'm just going by the instructions right now. So let's on its side, and actually, maybe if I just leave it at this view right here, this might be okay to start putting things on the bottom of the bed at this point. Actually, it's going to go on the opposite side. So no, let's turn it right upside down then. Let's go right upside down. Then we have this view here, which is not bad. Okay, so we are putting in, these are going to be M5s. Now I'm just going to be bouncing back and forth a little bit here. So M5 by 10s. Okay, is going to hold them in, and they've got it. They don't have a specific measurement between it, but let's see if these guys say where to put it. See, these guys are showing it up towards the end, and the LDO documents are showing it kind of in the middle. So anyway, so let's do that. M5 by 10s right here. I'm not supposed to run input shaper in the start print macro. No? Hey, MG20 Techs, I haven't seen you before. Hello, welcome. And if you have been here and I didn't see you, I apologize. And if I forget saying hello to anybody, I apologize too. But you know, I get laser focused on what I'm doing, which people that watch my streams know. Okay, so this guy, let's put him here, and let's move some T-nuts. So they're showing it about the middle of the bed. I guess it doesn't really matter as long as there's room for everything that's got to go in here. And this can always be adjusted later. So we're looking here. Oh, my arms. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, we're not looking at that camera. Here and about there. Okay. So let's see if I have lined them up correctly. There's the one. Let's see. In the hole. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Like a champ. Okay, we got this guy on. Okay. Let's go back to the Voron documentation. So we got that part on. Now we get to do some connecting of some wires. So because this is wiring related, we got to go back to this guy, and there we go. So we are going to be heat pad, bed thermistor. Okay, so let's see. We have the white ones are our heat. Red is our bed thermistor. Green is our ground. This is really long. Okay, so bed earth is going to the Z chain directly. It's not plugging in. The heat pad, the white one, so one is going on one side here. So one goes on this side. In here, I've never used these kind of plugs before. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And then the other one is going on this one, right in here. Maybe overhead camera might work better for you guys here. Let's see, is that okay? Yeah. And then the other one is going in here. So these are all ferrules on them, which is great. The other one's going right in there. So we have those two that are snug. So that's the bed left. Bed L, bed N. Okay. Bed L, the top one. Bed N, heat pad. No, these are coming right from the heat pad. So, and bed L is the top one, and the bed N is the bottom one when we come from the Z chain. So that's going to be another set of wires that are coming out of here. Okay, and then the bed thermistor is the top one, so that's going to be this top one here. Bed thermistor. Thank you, Dan. Yes, smash that like button, guys. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I don't know if these are considered Wagos. I honestly don't know. I've never used these before. These may be called Wagos. I believe that maybe they are. Yes, it is. It says right on it, Wago. Yes. Not open yet to zoom in on that camera, but I could probably that. This is the do that, and no. I don't want to update you right now. No, stop. Get out of my life. There we go. If I zoom in. No, wrong way. Well, I can just do this by hand. There we go. Yeah. Well, yeah, it says right on the top of these things, Wago. So, yeah. Okay, and then the brown one is the bed thermistor extension. Okay, so we need to grab our cables again and hook up a couple more cables under here. So, I need the bed L and neutral cable, so the blue and the brown guy. LED strip bed thermistor extension cable is in here. Okay, so I'm just going to pop back over here and pop back over here. So we're just grabbing some cables out of here. One of these is the bed thermistor extension cable, and that is going to be, not that one, bed thermistor right there. And then I also need the bed L extension and the bed N extension. That's an N stop. Is it in this bag? They label these bags really good as to what's in them. Bed thermistor, Ethernet cable, ZN stop extension cable. Let me double check this message here, guys. Bear with me 1 second. Would you like a roast beef dinner or a quarter weight? Sure. Yeah, I'd love some roast beef. Yeah, just going to order me some dinner. Okay. Okay, let's find this. Controller inlet, thermal to 24 volt PSU cable. 24 volt PSU. Bed live, bed neutral extension cable. Here we go. Let's get this out of the way of chat here, shall we? Hey, Tron. Hey, Yell. The Lego brick build continues. Yes, it does. And I'm not going to bang it with a hammer. Come for the roast beef, save for the printer build. Yes. Are you ready to top that bed? Pretty close. Okay, so I got a mess of wires here. So I'm looking for bed L and bed N extensions. So we have here a brown bed L. Nice long brown one here. There's the bed L right there. And bed N is going to be blue. I'm going to guess that's this guy right here. They're very well labeled, bed N. And then we're going to need the thermistor extension cable, which we already found, which is thermistor, bed TH right there. And we need, the pink one is the nozzle probe, which I saw in, so I can put all these back for now. keep them in the bag they came from. That way they're going to be a lot easier to find. And nozzle probe, not in here. Okay. Let's see. Controller, terminal, bed to earth, bed to live, bed neutral, frame to earth cable, frame to earth. Frame to earth. We don't need that one here. I am looking for the nozzle probe. Nozzle probe. Which should be what? The ZN stop extension cable. No, this is a nozzle probe ZN stop. Same thing. Z stop right there. Potato, potato. Nozzle probe ZN stop. Or is that the probe signal cable? Ooh, hang on. Dang. Z probe. No, that's not the one we're looking for. We're looking for the, or are we? Hold on a second. This Z probe has, I'm going to look at the, it's going to have a peek at the type of plug that's going on that Z probe. That's a 3-pin plug. So this is, Z stop is a 3-pin. So that is the right plug going in there. Okay, good. We got them. Why does that look so terrible? It's because I zoomed in. That's just really awful looking, isn't it? That's why I wasn't a big fan. If we come down a little bit, that might look a little bit more improved. There we go. Okay, so the blue one we need is the dead end extension. Uh-oh, we have a special guest. We have a special guest with us. Hang on.
No.
Yeah, you got to come come and say it.
He caught me.
We caught him.
Again.
Okay, here's the sick guy. He's going to say something here. He wants to. There we go. What do you say?
Huh? Wait, that's
Yeah.
not the hand I'm raising.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why? The time is so slow.
Okay, go ahead. Now you're on.
Hit
Say
that
it.
like button and subscribe.
Come here for a minute. Your fever's gone down.
Huh?
Your fever's gone
I know.
down. Yeah. Good job. Okay, go upstairs, get
Hit
better.
that like button and subscribe. Bye.
Okay,
No,
good job.
Not go upstairs. Go on the main floor.
Go on the main floor. Go for it.
His mommy's on.
Okay. His fever's gone down a little bit. Awesome. Jack Black, this is a Rhodes mic. Yes. Does it sound good? Do I sound good? Yeah. Some of the naming differences in the LDO kit versus Voron documentation gets confusing. Yes. And most of it is common sense too, though. So yeah, I just have to think about it the odd time. Okay. Back to this guy, and we are going to, blue is going to come in the front one. That's the bed neutral. Oops, don't unplug the one that you already plugged in. That is cool. I've never used these Wagos and these sorry. They just clip in beautifully. The cords that are you know what I'm trying to say. They just clip in here beautifully. Okay. And then we're looking for the brown, which is the bed live, which is right here. Interesting that the bed live goes to a, anyways, who am I to question how they make their wires? And this one goes in here. The way these ferrules just plug in snug into these Wagos, that is cool. Okay. So we have that going from the bed to this. And then we have our bed earth, which is coming down. It's going to come down the same side as all these guys here, like this. And then we have our red. Then we have our brown one, which is our bed thermistor extension, which was, that's the Z-stop extension. And this is our bed thermistor extension right here. So we're going to get this one on. Bed thermistor. So we will plug this one in right here. So that's all, there's all the wiring coming from the bed right there. So I think what I will do at this point in time is, if I can find where I put them right here. My massive collection of filament, that's a little bit of it. We'll show you around in a bit here. That's a little bit of my filament. I'm just going to throw a zip tie on here. Just to keep kind of, oops, of course. Of course. You missed the most important wire that you were trying to get in there. It's not that humid in Alberta, no. No, we don't get a lot of humidity out here. So most of the stuff that you see open, on everything you see without a bag is either PLA or some PETG, but mostly PLA. I bag all the PETG and I end up bagging all of the ABS. But I never have a problem with moisture with PLA. I've had rolls that 2 years later, sitting on the shelf, I run them and they're fine. We're quite fortunate with that out here. So, especially in the winter, it is dry, like it is stupid dry. My mouth right now is dry. I spilled all my water. So, yeah. Okay, and then, so we have the bed thermistor extension going down. We have the bed earth going down. We have the nozzle probe going down. So I think I've got everything on here that I need to be on here that's going down. Now, the one thing I worry about, and I guess I'm not going to worry about it, is does the heat of the bed not have issues with the wires? Well, I guess it's off the bed. So, okay, there we go. So these are all going down to the Z cable chain, the Z chain, eventually. Okay. There we go with that. Let's push the sponsor a moment. Push our sponsor. Oh yeah, well we are. We are sponsored by LDO Motors and Sparta3D, who graciously sent me this kit to build. Thank you very much, LDO Motors and Sparta3D. My filament sponsors, I am using Sparta3D filament in this. So all the colors you're seeing are either Sparta3D. I just had a brain fart. I just found a cable that came out of one of those bags and it shouldn't have. Sparta3D, Polymaker, or Matter3D, and it's all ABS. Everything is ABS. Matte ABS for Matter3D. The yellows, all Polymaker, and then the some of the reds and some of the yellows are Sparta3D, Sparkle ABS. Sparta's Black Friday sale ends tomorrow at midnight. Well, get on there and buy some filament. They make, I've not tried Sparta's PLA. I have only used Sparta's ABS, and it is fantastic. It prints like butter going through a hot, it's hard to describe, but it prints really well. But yes, so yes. And again, thank you to Sparta and LDO for this build and allowing me to do this. We are now moving on underneath. Okay, we have all the, oh, there's some zip tie points right there. Oh, that's what these are for. Okay. See, I jumped the gun. I didn't look far enough down. And I just had them. They were in my hands. There they are, right there. Sparta P, I imagine it is. I've got to try it. I've only ever tried their ABS. If their PLA is half as good as their ABS, it's going to be excellent. So I can only imagine what it's like. I will try that eventually. So guaranteed. So we got. So we're going to push this through here. So yeah, we have some little zip tie off points here on this printed part, on the purple part here. There we go. We need to, these white ones are not, oh, they will make it back here slightly, yes. Let's see what we're going to do here. Wire management at its best here. They show these other ones going under, so they show this one going under the bed. Okay, so the ground is going under the bed. Let's move this guy out of here. Okay. So this is going to go under the rail through here. Okay, like that. And then they are all going to come over and they're all going to clip into this. Okay, I see. There's another clip-off point right here. I see what they're doing here. Is that going to go in easily? There it is. Okay, so there's another little clip-off point on the end of this yellow piece. Like that. There we go. So then if I bring this ground up here and up with the rest of them here, yeah, it's upside down right now. It's just easier to work with, much easier to work with it upside down. Okay, there we go. And then we'll pull the red one through. There we go. That's much neater. Okay. And we'll snip that off. Okay. Then we'll go through this other, there's 2 more tie-off points on these purple parts. Come on. Don't be shy. There's one. Okay. You sent an example of their rainbow PLA. It's amazing, and it's a non-silk variant. Oh, cool. I got to try their rainbow. Right now, I've been using Aerion's rainbow PLA. It's the only one I've ever tried, but I'd love to find another good rainbow PLA alternative. So that's good to know. There we go. Okay. There, that looks pretty tidied. Except for that. I maybe shouldn't have run that one down around there. No, I shouldn't have. I got to do one more here. I inadvertently not a fast transition, but check out your Twitter. I will. Give me a moment here. There we go. That guy's coming down there. There we go. I didn't need to run that ground wire through up here, so that's all right. Good. Good. Come on, get under the wires. There, that all looks good there now. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we do snip dingle, and snip dingle. Okay, now we got the wires coming off of here nice and clean. Perfect. So let's go back over to here. So we got the wires off nice and clean like that. LED strips, we can do that at a later time. So let's go back to this build guy. So that was doing its Wago thing. So we got everything run that we need to for now. So what I'm going to do at this moment in time is I'm just going to get these up out of the way so we can move on. Now the next step that's going on in here is building the hot end. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't have all the parts printed to build the hot end completely yet. So we may put that off for the next stream. I'm just going to zip tie these wires in an orderly manner so that they don't get tangled all over everything when I turn the printer back over. So I'm just going to zip. Come on, get through. And one more here. That way they kind of stay up and out of the way until we get to the electronics and the cable chain and all that. Oh, see, look at that. There we go. So those are kind of just out of the way here. Okay, now we can, I think I'm going to leave it turned over because I believe the next step. So we finished off here. Okay, next step they're talking is the afterburner. We're doing a stealth burner. Okay, so we have all the parts right here. Mouse-wise, there we go. Boom. So I have most of the parts printed, and again, going with the theme, we are pretty colored, very multicolored stealth burner. So we have most of the parts here printed for the stealth burner. Matter of fact, for the stealth burner portion, we have everything we need. It's the Clockwork 2 that I am missing some parts on. So I still have to print some of the internal parts of the Clockwork 2. We're going to have a nice yellow cover. So look at how pretty and colorful that stealth burner is going to be. So we're going to skip that step at this point in time, if that's okay with you guys. I'm standing up. This camera's set for me sitting down. And we're going to go colorful Trident. It's all ABS. It is all ABS. Yes. It is Matter3D matte ABS. It is, it is Sparta3D ABS, and it is Polymaker ABS. So we're going to skip through because we can build the hot end anytime. And we're going to skip through and we're going to go to the wiring prep stage now. So here's where we get to do some fun stuff. TTY3D. Try TTY3S. TTY3S. What did I miss? Parts. Where is my parts bags? There we are. So let's see what we're going to need here. Again, there are some LDO specific parts for this. So let's switch back down to this guy here. So I'm going to make that bigger and the instructions smaller because we have the ability to do that. We're going to make this guy bigger so you can see the parts I'm working on. And then we're going to make this guy through the magic of OBS. He's going to come up and he's going to just be made just a little bit smaller and down here. So you can see what we're working on. Oh, okay, TTY3D and PLA. Okay, I get it. I got so many filament brands behind me to try. Oh, okay, so the parts I'm looking for, I believe, are in this bag. This guy here, this is the LDO specific part. We are using the two hole for the two hole, and I did it in. There's two different ones here. So the big one we're looking for is this big one here. Yeah, and that's the 3. That's the 3. These are 2s. I'm just going to make sure that we have pieces we need for this. There we go. Just going to flip ahead a page or two to make sure I've got everything I need. That's going in the back there, 73 millimeters away. Oh, and then I'm going to need that other piece right there, that corner piece. I just want to get all the pieces prepped. So that corner piece is also in here. It is in another bag. I've got bags full of pieces based on where they should go in the printer, but it's here somewhere. I printed it. These are all my yellow. This is all Polymaker yellow ABS. Not in there. Did I miss it in here? Oh, it's right there. It's right there in blue. There's a piece I need right there for that next one. Okay, so now that we have our pieces, I don't know which one is which on here. One of these is LDO and the other one is not. I've got to make sure I have the correct piece here. I believe it's the large one I want anyways, this guy. So we got to get some heat insets going. So let's get my soldering iron. I haven't put my soldering iron press back together, so we're going to freehand this thing here tonight. We'll get this heating up. Make sure that everything's tight on here. It is. Okay. We'll get that heating up, not melting bags. And we'll grab our heat insets here. Yes, I got this idea from Steve Builds. This is great. I don't know which one. I'm trying to remember which one is which. I believe I'm going to need both of these eventually. So the one I'm needing right now is this one, because it doesn't have that little ledge right here. So you can see the difference between these two. Because there's a little ledge on this one and there's no ledge on this one. So this is the one we're dealing with right now. So we're going to put a couple of heat insets in here. And yeah, it looks different from the drawing because, as I say, we are using the cable chain with 2 holes versus 3. There we go. Whoa! Woo! Keep a good hold of your, see, this is the entertainment value of Matter3D. Keep a hold of your hot soldering iron when you pull it up. And if you have to, drop the thing that's not hot. That was kind of funny. Okay. There we go, and here we go. That was funny, actually. The key thing in a case like that is when it falls, do not try and grab this again, because my luck, I would grab the hot end. And while we're here, just because I think I might need this part somewhere else, we're going to throw some heat insets in this. Don't pick up your soldering iron like it's a pencil. Whose company, what ad was that where they show somebody using a soldering iron like it's a pencil? It was one of the ads I saw somewhere, and it made its way through Twitter. Anyways, that was kind of funny. I don't know if I need this piece, but I'm going to put heat insets in it anyways in case I do need this piece. And if I don't need this piece, I'm out 2 heat insets. Okay, we'll turn that off and we'll unplug it. We'll put it down somewhere to cool. There, somewhere that's not going to cause a fire. Okay. Okay, we need hammerhead nuts, M3s. Put this off to the side. Where are my M3 hammerheads? M3 hammerheads right here. Hey, Mike, how are you, sir? Never let the machines win, Mike. Everybody subscribe to his channel. He's got a great channel, M3x8s. M3x8s. It takes me longer to find my, oh, they're right there, right in front of me. Look at that. I was going to say it takes me longer to find the bolts than it does to put the heat insets in, but I just found them. I'm going to need 2 of these. Okay, so we're going on the purple part, and we are going through here. We're going to put a hammerhead nut on here. And the other side. Nice clearance on those holes. This purple is ABS, Matter3D matte ABS. Printed like butter. Okay, so we have that and that. Go to the next page. We are going to put that just sort of in the middle, but 73 millimeters away from the edge. So I think I need to turn my printer the right way up again. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and switch to camera view 3. And let's shrink that window a little bit so that you can actually see the whole frame here. Or we can put it up, I don't know, we'll just shrink it down here a bit. That's okay, there we go. Okay, so we'll turn this back right way up. There we go. I can turn this around so you can kind of see where we're going on this a bit. Like a little, my mic's in the way. Let's back that out of the way a little bit. I think you can still hear me. This is going so that we face the rail, just like that. Okay. Let's get these snugged in there. And then we'll move them to the proper distance. Okay. Okay, we can still move. So we need to be 73 millimeters. I don't believe my caliper goes to 73. It does go to 73. 73 millimeters. Let's put it on there. Right exactly. Dead even. 72, 98, 99, 73. Okay, so 73 millimeters from the outside of the rail. Are you gonna actually this will be accurate enough with this one. Actually, if I do it this way, upside down. Here we go. And that's to where the little indent is. So right about there. 73 millimeters. There we go. So we can snug these up now. Okay. Look at that, purple and orange. I love this color scheme. I'm loving it. Okay. Next. Okay, now we get to put the corner piece in the back. Okay, so here, just so you see a little bit bigger what we're looking at here. Why are you not changing on me? Oh, you know what I did? Did change. But what I did is I kind of snuck and made. There we go. When I change that camera view, there you go. That's better. So we're going to put this piece in the back right corner using M3/8 and T-nut and hammerhead nuts again. So go back to this one again. Okay, so this guy here, M3/8s, which I had right in front of me right here. Looks like a big toy. It does, doesn't it? I printed, and I need 2 hammerhead nuts, which were right in front of me as well. M3 hammerhead. There we go. I printed multiple colors of different parts. Like I printed the same part in multiple colors to see what would look good, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to have a lot of spare parts left over after this build. But that's cool. I can live with that. Okay, come on. There we go. Big hands can be a hindrance sometimes. They're big hands, but I've seen bigger. There's a guy goes around TikTok. He's got massive hands. A regular size soda can looks like a toy in his hands. Anyways, so that is going to go around. So if we get back over here, that is going to go around this back corner right here. And I believe it looks like, well, there's only one way it can go. And that is like that, so that the cables are going to come up underneath here. Okay, so that just sort of sits right in the corner. So we'll tighten this down. And we'll tighten this one down, giving it a good twist so that hammerhead catches. Okay, just like that. There we go. That piece is on. Another blue. I mean, so I'm trying to mix up the color scheme so that you have color everywhere. So far, so good. Okay, we can move this back a little bit more. There we go. That probably popped in everybody's ears. So next page. Oh, we have one for each side? Do we? Oh, okay. Well, then I must have printed another one of these. Unless I only printed one. Did I miss printing one of these? Oh, ooh, did I miss printing one of these? Let's see. Maybe it's in my other bag. Well. This is the second time on this build that I've come across a part that I didn't print. Definitely not in this. This is all for the electronics panel. Okay. Well, it's not a big deal. We can skip this part for now. I will have to print that part. I'll have to print one more of those. Okay, yep. And fortunately it's a fast print. I won't do it right now. Okay, fair enough. Sounds like you have enough to build another one. I probably do, or most of them. Well, see, but I'm short on a part here. For some reason, I only printed one of these. Okay, well, that's okay. We can move on without that. So now we're going to look at the deck panel. Okay, we can always put that part on later. Okay, which is the part that's going to go over here. Obviously, it's a mirrored part of this one, and I obviously missed that in the print. All 4 Voron builds so far I've done, I have missed a part in the print because there's so many freaking parts to print. It happens. It happens. I'm just going to check one more spot. Because I have one more bag of parts, but it's all, yeah, that's all the skirt parts. So it's definitely not in there. Okay, no big deal. We'll get back to that. So we're going to be doing the deck panel. So we're going to turn this upside down again. There we go. Okay, we need the deck panel orientation a lot. And I think I just found that black nut I dropped. But I kicked it somewhere. That's okay. Let's find the deck panel. Where are the panels? Of course. Panel kit's underneath all my other boxes. Okay. We got this. We got this. That soldering iron is cooled off. Ah, there we go. I haven't opened my panel kit yet, so here we go. Number 5. So here's the panel kit. Right there. Man, that's well packaged. Look at that. That box will come in handy for a Christmas present or something, maybe. There we go. Sorry about the loudness in the microphone, but hey. Okay, there's that. Then there's all this stuff, but I'm going to cheat. Very carefully cheat. And do that. Here's another cool thing about these Voron kits is each panel is labeled, not that it's not obvious, but it's labeled for exactly what it is. So, yeah. So you can't really mess it up. So as I say, we're working on the deck panel and it is labeled deck panel. So we'll put these others aside and we'll concentrate on the deck panel. Now, it's a contest, a game I play with myself every time. It's called Can I Get the Paper Off in One Piece? And I always lose. Come on, fingernails, do not fail me. Wow, come on, fingernails. There we go. Get a start over here. You know what? Who am I fooling? It'll take me longer to try and get it off in one piece than it will be to just go for it and get it off. Again, things I could do off stream, but I need to share the misery with everybody. Right? Right. Then someday you guys can say, hey, I did my panels and I got it all off in one piece. And there's only two sides to do. So look at that. I've actually seen some builds out there, believe it or not, where people leave the paper on. I don't know why, but I've seen them. Why would you not want to have your beautiful matte black panels exposed so everybody can see it? They're really nice. I need an yeah, there you go, Mike. When Ethan's old enough, he'll be my intern. He can be my panel paper peeler. What do you do for a living? I peel paper off panels. But, you know, being a live stream, you get to see everything that I got to go through other than, you know, I save you the hassles of, you know, cleaning linear rails and putting screws in linear rails because that's just a lot of work. There we go. Big pieces, big chunks. We need some like, I don't know, Mission Impossible music playing when this is going, or, you know, something like that. I could sing, but I don't want my 30 viewers to go down to 2. Although I don't know who the 2 would be that would enjoy my singing, but hey, it's been done before. Come on, panels. Come on. We're getting there. I promise you, for the rest of the panels, when I live stream the panel builds for the sides, etc., I will have them all pre-depapered. I promise you that. We're almost done. Just when you think you're going to get the last bit off in one piece. Holy cow, this is painful. Come on. There we go. Done, done, done. Okay. So this goes on. So the notch, line the notch to the back and line with the Z-chain anchor. Just to the back with the Z-chain anchor, just like, we'll go to the overhead cam. Oh, that's not the overhead cam. This is the overhead cam. Just like, kind of like, that, just like that. Okay. Let's get that overhead cam zoomed out a bit so you can see more. See more, feel less. There you go. There we go. Okay, so we have that in. Double paper like Steve got it. Did he really? Oh, that'd be annoying. Okay, so we pop that in, and then, oh, that's what those things are for. Okay, I was wondering. I did print those panel clips. Not this one. What color did I print them in? Twist to lock. I know I did these. Did I put them in the electronics bag? I did. There they are. There's my panel clips. Aha! Aha! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I only need 4. Back, 2 in the back. Okay, so we come to the back. Which way did I know we have zip tie holders in here? So let me make sure it doesn't matter. Into the back. They are symmetric. So we go in the back and twist to the right clockwise to lock. Well, that's easier said than done, right? So in the back, we put it in, and okay, clockwise, twist. Okay, come on. Okay, okay, twist to lock. Oh. Okay, really? Hang on a minute. Is that one curve slopier than the other? Hold on. Get out of there. Get out. Get out. Let's see. No, both sides are sloped about the same. I don't think it matters which. It's a matter of muscling it out. Okay. Twist. Oh. Seriously. These are meant to lock it in big time. Okay, so I'm going to need some assistance. My fingers are not that strong, so we're just going to see. Try not to break it, but there we go. Oh boy, does that ever push that panel tight. Wow. Okay. Well, and then one on this side, showing it sort of in the middle. Yeah. Let's come around this way. It'll be easier, because after all, I am right-handed. In the groove. There we go. And twist. And of course, oh, that's still hard on the fingers. There we go. Okay, and now that was the back. Front. Okay, we have the back, and we have the front. 2 in the front, 2 on the back. Okay, so we only needed 4. I obviously printed 2 spares. I print spares of everything, especially little parts like this. Long needle nose pliers, yeah. Am I using cable tie clips instead of the panel clips? No, these are panel clips. These are definitely the panel clips. The cable tie clips. Let me find one of them here. Yeah, I have these. So yeah, so this is the cable tie clip, and that's a panel clip. I'm pretty sure I'm using the right ones. It's the only ones that say panel clips in my build. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure I'm using. Well, these do have a cable tie thing through them, but the file did say panel clips. The panel clips are longer on one side. Oh, so did I mix these up? Okay, fair enough. Well, did I mix these up? Okay, let's take these off. Let's take these off. I might have mixed them up. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Okay, that one's bent, but I did 2 extras of this, so let's take these off. But that's what they look like. Okay, let's just make sure we're using the right thing here. Okay, so these are not. Let's just go back. Did I print the wrong parts? Again. It bent the panel, why it's tight. Okay. Okay, I might have, I'm going to go back. Let me go look back in the print files here. Bear with me 1 second. Where is it? Trident. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay, let's just open this up here. Let's have a look. Let's see if I missed printing some parts again. Very likely I did. And if I did, we can break out a printer. These are small parts. Okay, let's go back to this display here. Let's look up the STLs. Let's look up the electronics bay. And PCB and DIN clips, DIN center, deck, cane frame anchor. Cable frame anchor, no, that's not it. It's going to be in the, I think it's in the skirt, isn't it? Panel clips. Finding where the parts are is half the battle. A yellow panel clip. No, that was definitely not a panel clip I showed you. Well, it was, but I don't think it's... Well, let's have a look at it. Let's see if it's the same one. No, it's definitely not the same clip because the one I showed you is too big. Unless... See, the one I showed you is right here. Well, let me swap cameras here. The one I showed you is this one. Okay, it still has a zip tie groove in it. Okay, it's a panel clip, but it's definitely not what the one on the screen is. Now, it could work possibly. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. It could possibly work if you twist it the other way. I mean, it could possibly work, but it's still pushing. Actually, it might work. There we go. It's snug, but it's not as tight as the other ones were. So maybe I can get away with these, and I don't have to reprint anything. The electronics bay folder. Okay. Yeah. But maybe I can get away with these. But let's look in the electronics bay part again here. Let's have a look and see. Electronics bay. And deck support 3mm, deck support 4mm. So that's the 3mm. Oh, okay, so I do have the right one. It just looks different than the pictures. So the 4mm, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I do have the right one. The yellow ones are the right ones. They just look different than the actual picture on the in the instructions in the manual. Because the ones in the manual, they definitely don't look like there's a long side and a short side. So, yeah. So I do have enough of them. Where's the other ones here? This ones that I have are the, I think these are 3mm. Let's see. What's the gap here? Yeah, these are the 3mm. So these shouldn't be pushing too tight. These should not be pushing too tight down on this. That's not pushing nearly as tight as the other one did, although, you know. So let's see if this one makes a difference. It's still hard to turn, but that's just the, there we go. That's just my weak fingers. Yeah, it's still hard to turn, but it's not pushing on that panel nearly as much. There we go. Yeah, that's a whole lot. Yeah, the panel's definitely not warping. Okay. We'll work with these. This guy can come out of here. So that's obviously for something different. Okay, good. See, that's why I have you guys on the stream to keep me honest. There we go. That looks okay. Okay. The panel thickness. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's definitely a 3mm panel. Okie doke. And the clip length happens to be around 3mm. So, coincidence? I don't know. There we go. Broke. Broke. That's why I do spares. They only turn one direction. Yeah, I've realized that now. I just gotta fish this out. It broke. Lovely. It's like doing surgery. The brakes and floor drop channel. Yeah. Come on, get out of there. There, I've almost got it out. This shouldn't happen. Why does this stuff always happen when it's a live stream? Tell me, why? Tell me why. I'll try not to break this one. It's just that it's very tight. There we go. I didn't break it. Okay, front and backs are on. That panel is snug. I don't think I need some on the sides, but let's see what the destructions happen to say. Why am I on? So twist to lock, front and back. Now we need a whole schlap load of T-nuts, M5 T-nuts and M5 T-nuts on the sides. Okay. This is the, just don't take a hammer to the C-frame. No, no hammers happening. No hammers. Okay, so we need some M5 T-nuts on either side. Some settling may occur during shipping. Yeah, no kidding, right? Okay, let me just throw a few parts back in the bag here, just so I don't get a little, too confused. Da, 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 da. I'm no longer going to trust the actual visuals in this build, because those pieces did not look like the yellow pieces I ended up putting on there at all. So that's my story, and I am sticking to it. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, M5 T-nuts, M3 T-nuts, M5 T-nuts, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 5 on the one side and 4 on the other. So the 5 are going on this side. So that's the side with the motor, and I'm looking at it. Oh, come on, mouse. Cancel. I don't want to close the window. So that's the 5. That's the side with the motor in the middle and the back, and this is on the left. 5 T-nuts. Now, I promise I'm not going to hammer these in, guys. I promise. 3 and 5. I need 9 altogether. These ones, if history repeats itself on the bottom of the frame, as in my other build, these ones should go in without issue. So, but for ease of doing this, I'm going to turn this on its side. I'm going to switch the camera, and I'm going to, actually what I'm going to do is put this camera on it for the ease of it, so you can see that I'm not going to bash. There we go. So you can see that I'm not going to abuse it. Okay. So 1. Do these have to go in any specific order? I don't think they do, but I'm going to put them so that they do go in the right order. So facing the motor, we want to hold this way. Okay, 1 T-nut. Okay, so they don't go in easy, but what I've learned, instead of taking a hammer to them, is I take an M5. Where are they? Where's my M5 screws? My long M5s. M5 16 should do. Or even right there. M5 20. M5 40. Because these things, the LDO, every LDO kit I've built, well, everyone, these 2 with the T-nuts do not go in easy. So we get that twisted, we get an M5 in there, and then the M5 basically slides it in easy. Now, had I read ahead in the instructions, I would have put these T-nuts in prior to putting the base on. It would be a little bit easier. So I think they need to put that step behind putting the actual bottom on, putting the M5 T-nuts in, because it's a little easier to slip them in with that bottom off. I'm just saying, especially when they don't go in cooperatively. There's number 2. Yeah, because with these, I need to sort of settle them in. And there we go. And number 3 coming up. Number 3 faces the same way as that hole. And number 4 is going to face the same way. I'm just facing the holes the way they have in the diagrams in case there's a spacing issue. And number 5 faces the opposite side. Okay. Let's see if I can't get these ones to cooperate a little better. That one went in okay. That one went in okay. And that one went in okay. Okay, they all went in not bad. Okay, they went in pretty good. Now we're going to turn it. And put these T-nuts in. So we have the center motor here. These ones are going in, 4 of them. Outside, inside, outside, inside. Fair enough. So 1, 2, 3, and last one 4. Okay, we'll get these ones put in place. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. And they're all good. Okay, we got them in. That was kind of uneventful. Okay. Now that those are all in. Okay, those are for the DIN rails. So why do we need 5 on the one side? I don't know, but I'm not going to question it. So now we're going to put the DIN rails in. So we need to find spacing in our DIN rail parts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. We're putting. Okay, so let's find the parts. So I'm going to switch. There we go. I'm just going to go find the DIN rail parts. So we have DIN rails here. Let's cut this open again. We have our speedways here and DIN rails. And we have some, now were they printed parts or were they provided parts? I think they were printed parts. So we have this one here. We should have 4 of these. 2, 3, 4 of those. There we go. Okay, talking about surgery. I met a retired heart surgeon that works on sidecars now. Really? Had no problem fishing out a new fuel sensor through a fuel cap hole. That's funny. Just catching up with the chat here a bit. This channel does feel familiar. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Looks like there's a centerpiece in the DIN rail too. So there's got to be a little center brace right here. That's this piece here. And this little piece here. And I think that's it for that. Look at that. I did print a spare one. Look. Of course I did. Printed a spare one of those. And I printed a spare one of those. Yep, I tell you, never have too many spares, especially if you're me. Okay, so now, according to the instructions, we're going to sort of center them approximately 80 millimeters apart, roughly center the rails and space them about 80 millimeters apart, slide the mounts all the way into the extrusions. Okay, so we're going to, I'm probably better off to do this standing up like this. Okay. So we'll take one DIN rail, we'll put this cap on it here. That's just to prevent it from kind of sagging in the middle. There's a second one. So let's get the caps on them. Let's get that. There we go. Down. I'm not hitting the printer. Okay, no harm is being done to the printer at this moment. I am attempting to get the DIN rail all the way through its DINese. You printer rail huggers, you. There we go. That one's through. And that one's through. Look at that. Like that. So these are going to go kind of like that. Okay. So what is that fifth screw? Do I need to leave that fifth screw in the middle or on the outside? I'm just looking to see. They asked me to do 5 on the one and 4 on the other side. So you need 4 for each DIN rail. So I'm just going to go ahead here a little bit and ensure. Well, it doesn't really say. So I'm going to guess that I need to. I'm going to guess that I need to leave this 5th nut that we put in. I'm going to say we're going to need to leave that centered in between the DIN rails. Doesn't really tell me. So that would make the most sense to me. Okay. So we want to center them. Let's get the pieces on this one. Okay, there's that one. And the other side. There we go. Okay, we got those guys. And then 80 millimeters approximately apart. We're going to need some M5x16s. So let's get the M5x16s ready. M5x16, we have lots of them right here. And 80 millimeters apart, approximately centered. So let's go to 80 millimeters. They say approximately 80 millimeters, so I'm going to go 80.08 is going to be close enough. So if we come here and there and kind of center them so that we're like that. And so we're on the rail there. We're off the rail there. So we come over. Yeah, maybe I'm being too tedious, but hey, what the heck. Over. over and right there, right there. But you know what that does? That means that I need to now kind of, I'm just going to cheat here. Viewership is dropping. It's okay. I'm going to kind of cheat here, and we're going to right there. And kind of right there. That way I know kind of where they're lined up, because when I pull them off to align the T-nuts, I want to kind of know where to line them up. So I'm going to line this T-nut up here. This T-nut up here. Okay. MG20 Techs, $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, sir. Much appreciated. That is awesome, sir. And we're going to line this T-nut up here. Should be rotated 90 degrees. Really? Actually, come to think of it, let's check and see. You're probably right. I should be looking at the LDO documentation for this. You might have just saved me a little bit of time. Where are we looking in the bottom? No, this is the LDO right here, and it shows them going parallel. It shows them going the same way I have them going right now. So here's right there. Here's the LDO documentation. So they show them going the same way unless they change it. They do have 45 millimeters on either side. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I looked here too. Okay, so they want 45 millimeters in between. And then we start placing the components. Okay, well, so the rails are going the right direction. We just need to allow 45 millimeters from the center. And they show a, I don't know why they have a, they're also showing an M5. I think is that an M5? Yeah, that looks like an M5. It looks like they're showing an M5 T-nut there, which I don't recall seeing that in one of the spots, but maybe they're just using that as a centering guide. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad you pointed it out, because that shows me here now, too, that we want 45 millimeters space. Oh, between the blocks, not just the rails, the blocks. Okay, so okay, so let's go ahead. Let me switch back over here then. So we're going to put them where they were. So 45 millimeters between, so 90 millimeters between the actual blocks. So that's actually going to spread them out a fair bit more than they were going to be spread out. So let's, I'm going to do something here. Where's my little step stool? Right here. I'm just going to get up here, and I'm going to grab a T-nut, because of course we have lots of spares. And I'm going to grab my tape measure. So I'm going to come on this side. I'm going to throw a T-nut in here. This is a sacrificial T-nut probably, but that's fine. Okay. I'm going to center between these. Well, that's not the tape measure I wanted. Where's my metric tape measure? Where'd I put it? Hang on. This one. So we're going to measure. There we go. 315 millimeters in between. So 315, half of 315, 317, 316 is 158. So we're going to put, maybe I'm overthinking this, but I'm just going by the diagram on LDO's thing there. So 158. Right to there. That's about 158 right there. 155, 158 to the middle of that T-nut. Okay, good. So now we're going to go 45 millimeters on either side of that T-nut. Okay, 44.99 is close enough. There, 45. And 45. Okay. And to keep that position, I'm going to mark that right there to the center, and I'm going to mark this one right here to the center. There we go. So we're at 45. Now I can go ahead and space out those T-nuts properly. So to the center of that one. So now we're going to come way over here for that one. This one's sitting much closer to this motor, which if you look at the if we look at the LDO diagram, that makes sense. It's sitting a lot closer to this center Z motor there. And there's a much wider gap than there was going to be prior to me doing it this way. So James Christie, thank you for pointing that out, even though it wasn't what you pointed out, but it was something else that I had needed to be pointed out. Just would have saved me doing a little bit of redo. Okay, that's that side. Now we're going to eyeball these level, which is right about there. As long as I get it relatively close, they'll fall into place. There's one, and there's two. Should be good. And then this one, set it up right there, and right there. One T-nut. And yeah, that should work. So we're going to need 8 of these. Okay. Oh, and they also show in the LDO one that they have those spacers being clamped down on that. Okay, so now we can go back to the excuse me, I sneezed. Sorry if that was loud in anybody's ear. Okay, so we need M5x16s to screw those in. Just going to grab, I think it's still going to be the pink wrench I need, and it is so. Okay, so we're going to put these in. Hopefully they're going to line up nicely for me. Let's just see how lucky I got. No. Maybe it's going to be easier to get this a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. Okay, that one bit. That one bit. Yes. You and me both, James. And I'm trying to read the instructions even more carefully as I go, but sometimes, you know, it happens. That still should be okay. We can line these up a bit better after I get these, as long as I get these all biting. I think that one bit. That one did bite. Good. So, in a good way, it bites in a good way. Now, over there, we've got bitage. You end up sticking your shiny Allen key through there before going through with the fastener. Oh, I see, yeah. Your skinny Allen key, yes. And I should. I mean, I could, but I have the utmost faith in my liner jump skills. He said as he didn't line this one up. And right there. So those are bitten. I'm just going to go around after and tighten these down. And we'll have to remeasure, obviously. This is the LDO 250 Trident. Is the LDO 250 Trident 300 millimeters on Z? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's 250 on Z as well. But I will double check that for you. Somebody in chat may know that. I should know that because I'm building it, but okay, we got bitage on all of them. I'm going to double check my measurements because I did remove this piece of tape. This one I didn't, so this one's good. We need 90 millimeters between them. Okay, there's 90. Between these guys, 90, 45, and right about there. Hey, Steve Builds, 250 on the Z. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. So we got these set. We have 90 millimeters between here and here, centered on here. So I'm good to snug these up now. And again, thank you for pointing that out, that the space in here is different on the LDO kits versus the other kits. Okay, we are snug there. And let's just double check that we are 90 over here as well, just because I think I'm that good, but I'm never that good. Let's see. Here and here. Ah, it's pretty darn close. That's pretty darn close. It's close enough for me. 89.97. Yeah, these are, so, yeah, but as I say, in the Voron instructions, the space between these two, between here and here, was supposed to be 80 millimeters between these two, but in the LDO instructions, they want 45 millimeters from the center to the edge of the rail holder, from the center to the edge of the rail holder. So we're 90 millimeters between these two. So the LDO kit has these spread out a little bit more, and I think it's to do with the way that they're putting the electronics in. So, yeah. Oh, the fan's going to blow across the components. You're speaking two of those large fans. Shouldn't be a problem with that. Okay, let's go back to here. Throw those parts away we don't need. Okay. Now, I believe if we go on to the next page, we are going to be putting some M3x8s to hold the rails in place. And those are just self-tapped. So let's find, let's go ahead and find my M3x8s. They're here somewhere. These were in order at one point, you know that. M3x8s right here. So we need 4 of these. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and find the right Allen key. And we'll get up here and we will snug these in. There we go. Okay. Two more. There we go. There we go. Those are all in place. Okay, so now, why is that camera lower than it should? Oh, I did not just do that. Nobody heard that tool just drop, did they? It hit my foot, so it doesn't count. Dropping tools. Okay. Let's see what's next here. We do, oh, that's what those things are for. Look at that. Okay, now we know what those are for. Let's go ahead and switch back to this guy. We got to turn this back over again. Kind of looking pretty with all the colors. Let's turn it back over. Okay. And we need to face, we are looking at from the back of the printer. From the back, we are looking at this rail. And we're looking at the inside of this rail. Okay. I can actually sit down and do this now. You find it awesome in building these printers. Every little part has its reason. Yes. I swear no matter how often I will end up building one of these now and down the road, I'll probably always forget to print a part. And I will always screw something up along the way that I have to stop and look at and redo. That's just the way it goes. Okay. I don't need you to be there. Okay, thank you very much for that warning anyways. Now, it's possible that I can bring this camera up closer and I can go ahead and do this and give you guys a really good view of what I'm doing here. There we go. That works. Sound syncing is still a bit of a problem. Yeah, that's going to be fixed next week, Steve. Richard's coming over, and we have a new board here we're working with, and the sound is going to be going through a whole different system. So let me fix that right now real quick. Launch this up again and okay, and start virtual camera. So we should now, the sound should be back in sync now, and it'll stay in sync for a while, but it happens. Like, let's just, yeah, should be back in sync. Hopefully we can get that fixed little ways down the road. Hopefully by next stream it'll be fixed, because the sound mixer is going to be running through an ATEM Mini Pro, which is going to separate the sound from the CPU and the computer, which is handling all the cameras. Yeah, hopefully. It was supposed to be yesterday, but we had a lot of sickness in the family here, so we kind of put that off. Okay, I need those other little parts that I thought were the little parts that I needed for the other little parts. And I just got a message. Where's my phone? I got to see what my beautiful wife is saying. Your car alarm is going off. My car alarm is going off. Oh, because my keys are in my pocket. Should have stopped. My car, I keep my keys in my pocket, and if I lean over a certain way, my car alarm goes off. Okay, I will keep my keys out of my pocket, so I don't. Okay, good. Gosh, that's just slightly embarrassing when your car alarm goes off. And okay, anyways, so we need for this, if I move down to angle 5 on this here, so we need these little parts. Hopefully I didn't break too many. We need 3 over here. 1, 2, 3. I have 4. I have 5. I broke a couple earlier, so okay, I have 5 of these for now. That should be okay for now. Okay, so we're twisting these in 3 of them. 1 up by the motor, 1 in the middle, and 1 down by the bottom. So 1 up just below the motor. That goes in that way and twists. Oh, come on. Oh, that's tough. I'm going to have to cheat again. And okay, there we go, just there. Okay, 1 in the middle. So let's go. Sit, no, a little lower. Sit, so that's about right. That one. Okay. Oh, wrong camera. Oh my goodness, what am I doing here? This one. Supposed to be watching this camera. Sorry, guys. That one there. And 1 near the bottom. So we can say right about, oh, that looks about right. Okay. Because my hands are so freaking weak. I swear I got arthritis setting in. It's an age thing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so we got those 3 done there. And then next is the opposite side. I need 3 more. Of course, I need 3 more on that side, right? When I only have 2. Okay, so we can go ahead and move this camera a little bit this way, and we can zoom out. There you go. Were the 2 that I had. 1 sort of the same heights, just below the motor. Oh man, that's hard on the fingers. There we go. Careful not to break it, like I did when I used it in the wrong spot and had to take them out. And then the second one, right here. Oh man, I'm gonna have to print another one. That's okay. We're gonna go down about there. That should be good. There we go. Okay. And let's just make sure I don't have a third one. But I don't indeed have a third one. Ah, darn. Okay, well, that's all right. If I have to print one more, I can do that along with the, I still have to print some stealth burner ends. Man, if I know these, well, they might not be showing. I was going to say, I should have printed these in orange or yellow or some other odd, bright standing outy color. Let me just make sure I didn't throw another one around somewhere, because I had these out before and they were the wrong part. No, okay, no big deal. I'll just print another one of those. That's not a big deal at all. Okay, let's see if I can actually move on from this step. That's the end of that. Now we're getting into the electronics. Okay, well, no, not a big deal. I can go ahead and print the other part. I don't need it right away. If we're just getting into the electronics, I can actually just do that. And I have a couple other parts to print on the clockwork too. Maybe while I'm printing them, I'll print them in purple or something. I think my sound sync is out again. Well, it is on my end, so we'll see what happens. Hey, Matt German, how are you, sir? There's no giveaway tonight, Matt. What are you doing here? Just kidding, bud. Okay. Okay, so we're starting on electronics next. Let's have a look at what we've done so far. I don't know. We're almost at our 3-hour mark. So here we are so far. Is what we got done. We got the bed on. We got all the wiring underneath the bed done for now. I'm pretty sure we finished all the wiring underneath the bed. We got our Z probe switch on here, which is going to be a perfect height, I think. I don't think I'm going to have to grind that at all. We've got the electronics cover on here on the bottom. We've got so the other piece I have to print is this blue one here for the other side. I missed printing the opposite one of this. So I'll print it over here, and while I'm doing it, I'll probably print it in an opposite color, because I don't think I want to match that blue to over here, because that's not what this printer build's all about. And so from overhead, you can see the random variety of colors, which is looking really cool. I'm kind of happy with the way this is coming out. It's not the coolest looking printer out there, but it is a unique looking printer. So it is very, very cool. And then I like the red and yellow feet that we have on it, and we have orange on the Z rod, on the Z motor holders here, et cetera, et cetera. So the multicolored, it's actually turning out better than I thought. So we still have a little ways to go, but we can start the electronics next week. So let's see where we're going. So I don't have to start necessarily this week. So next week we're going to start the electronics phase. That's what that 5th screw was for in the middle, right there, for holding the the PSU in place. That's what that 5th M5 was for. Okay. And yeah, so I'm going to make sure and ensure I think I have all these parts necessary for this. But actually for this portion here, if I'm not mistaken, I am going to be going over here and working from these pictures here versus the actual Voron documentation, because we do have the electronic instructions from LDO specifically for the parts that they've provided. So we will be working from this document starting next week. So Rando Clarician. Are you saying that for the color? Interesting. Rando Clarician. Cool. Well, I think that's a wrap for tonight. We have some more parts to print, obviously. And we gotta, every time I finish a stream, it's like a tornado came through and hit it, because there's screws everywhere, there's wrenches everywhere, there's parts everywhere. Man, and then I'm done. I go for the night. I don't touch anything tonight. And then during the week, I go ahead and I clean up everything and organize everything, getting ready for the next stream when I tear everything apart. So on the next stream, hopefully it's all going to be set up. My buddy Richard's going to be coming over, and that's Richard from the First Layer, if anybody doesn't know that. But he's going to be coming over. We are going to be utilizing next week got to clean up after the party, yeah. So we're going to be utilizing this new toy right here, which is the A10 Mini Pro. That is a camera switcher. It's going to be handling the audio. As a matter of fact, you don't even need to, you don't need your computer. You can stream directly from this device, which is really cool. So this is going to be, and I have another camera here we're going to be using to hook up for a different view, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, we're going to be, that's I was going to say should, but so the soundboard over here, which is covered with parts, the soundboard right now is going through the PC, which is where all the cameras are going through as well. Okay, so the CPU on this thing right now is being overly taxed, which is why the audio goes out of sync every once in a while. So what's going to happen is this little guy is going to take over a lot of that CPU power. So it's going to take over 2 of the cameras for now, because I only have 2 HDMI cameras. And on the back of this, you need HDMI cameras for it. Okay, but this will also be taking over the sound. So this in here, the built-in CPU on this is going to take a lot of stress away from the CPU on this, which is going to, so the soundboard is going to be running from there through here and into the stream. So there should be no more out of sync sound happening after that. And then eventually all of this is going to be tied into the stream deck, et cetera, et cetera. And then on my massive display, look at that, 55-inch display. Anyways, I'm just showing off now. But yeah, so we should have all those issues fixed hopefully next week. Richard said he was going to come by on Saturday for me. It's just this is all overwhelming for me. I'm not into all these boards and the mixers and the you know, and how to do this. Richard, he's excellent at that stuff. I mean, he used to be a sound guy, he used to be a mixer guy, et cetera, et cetera. So he knows all about that stuff, which is why he's helping me out. He did the microphone I'm using right now is it's a beautiful Rode shotgun microphone that he graciously gave me. That's an incredible microphone, better than the one I had. So next Sunday, hopefully everything's going to work out so that I'm in sync and everything looks good and everything sounds good. I think the sound has been okay tonight, other than I was a little overmodulated at the beginning of the stream, but I think I accidentally hit my board button there and popped it up to the top. So, but that's it for now, everybody. Thank you so much. I have roast beef dinner upstairs waiting, and I'm going to go do that. And the good news is I think Ethan's fever has broken tonight again. So we're just praying that that little guy gets better, because it's just hard to see, you know, little guys like that suffer through stuff like this. So, yeah. Rando Calrissian, play on Lando from Star Wars. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'll remember that. Everybody, thank you so much for dropping in. Steve, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I love the build you're doing, Steve. That IDEX Trident is like, or the Tridex or whatever you're calling it. I mean, man, that looks fun. Looks really fun. Maybe one day. Anyways, we will catch everybody a bit later. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Everybody stay safe. Have a great week, and we'll catch you all probably during the week. I'll be streaming, printing some of these parts and just chit-chatting and stuff over on the Twitches, and we'll catch you all on this stream next Sunday at 5 p.m. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a great night.